Not that I support the coup happening in most African countries, but the truth must be said. The leadership of Africa has been sold and bought. While the African leaders have constantly used their greed and wickedness to remain in power, they have also connived with Western powers and Western authority and Western countries to exploit, explore, manipulate, humiliate, and take over the affairs and the resources of their countries. It's quite baffling, and I don't know why someone would support a stranger to humiliate and, in quotes, exploit the resources of their country. And that's how you are seeing that these African coups are happening repeatedly. I've repeatedly I said that democracy will still remain the best form of government, but then you can't just remove the fact that this Western, look at what they are doing now, threatening the peace of a sovereign nation with various military interventions, and they are using some countries like Nigeria, whose president is currently in some form of battle and turmoil and would do anything to secure his office and would connive. That's why countries like Rwanda and Burkina Faso, Guinea, Gabon, they are rallying around other countries where they have had military interventions, and they are saying clearly that we will do this and that if this continues. This is a video that best explains and expresses the concerns of African leaders. Who are we to blame in all these years of perpetual poverty, perpetual, with all the human and mineral resources resident in Africa? We still cannot boast of. Just watch this video and share this video. Africans should begin to realize now that we must provide Africanic solutions to African problems. Because you see, these Western guys, this Western influence. Just watch this video and share this video. Catch you later.
See here, this is the kind of infrastructures we have in the richest continent in this world. Who are supposed to be blamed for this?
And then I don't even want to blame, the rest of the world. First, independence was from colonialism. So after colonialism, when we got independence, there are people who are being fed. And so I don't want to blame those people. I want to blame ourselves. I want to blame us. How do we keep in this state of affairs? So the industry developed, something else associated with it. Some at that time were, of course, being taken to Europe, to Belgium, to France, to UK, to Canada, wherever, to study and become, good Africans. But at the same time, they were really good Africans gaining these capacities, but groomed and to feel good about being associated with the same people. You always, even currently, you say, oh, this is anti-West. This is, this is a Western. Even before when one of us becomes a leader on our continent, he says, how is he with the West? Yeah, how is he? Is he our person? There is no question of saying, is he an African, a good African, who is changing, the lives of these people, our people. So, and then this leadership of the leaders to be dealing with this got caught up in this transition from the colonial times to independence times, and somehow what is African got lost in between. And even when they are saying, is he a good leader? Or is he, yeah, because you are a good leader in as far as you can be associated with the West, not with Africa. Now, if what I'm saying might even not be accurate, then why do we have everything on this continent? Have actually leaders well educated and informed and gone through all kinds of challenges. We have the resources, we have, and some are even characterized as being democratic and this, that. But it has not delivered this change I'm talking about. And we are there on our watch. And then there are troubles as of that time and that are similar as to those we have today. We have tribes fighting each other. We have people saying, even for the same country. But when it comes to embracing those outside who feed us, want to be seen to be good to us, then you understand what follows about the conflicts, about all kinds of things, about coups, coup d'etats, about this, and we will discuss that. But I just wanted to say, you cannot find a solution relating to leadership or Pan-Africanism and the transformation that must happen in our continent without starting a little bit from the historical background that I was talking about. Otherwise, you can easily forget where you are coming from and where we want to go. That's why I brought up that that bit of background so that we can get started about why are we where we are today, meaning Rwanda, meaning Nigeria, meaning Africa. And it's not a simple matter, because Africa, I don't think anyone, certainly I know for Nigeria and for ourselves, I know better about our country, of course. I don't think anyone is happy that Africa is where it is when you look at the rest of the world. We should be in a much better place than where we are. There's no question about it. And maybe we'll continue to have a conversation about that. And why is it common to all of us, meaning Africans, from north, south, east, west, central, wherever. And my problem has always been and continues to be, and we have conversations among ourselves, leaders of this continent, but still we don't see much progress. Why, with all the people, resources of all kinds? In actual fact, the fact that even across that rest of the world where we see things better than here, those contributing to the well-being of those places, in most cases come from Africa. Doesn't matter whether you go to US, to Europe, to wherever, you'll find very good Africans at the top of the ladder, almost in every sector, making therefore these vital contributions to these countries or parts of the world. Then you come back to our continent. It's some people are aware of. In fact, incredibly aware of. But those are few. The hundreds of millions are barely making a living. And so we talk about this every day, at least for the time I have been here, which is now running into 3 decades. The struggle is about that, the questions are about that, and we keep measuring, we find. So I'm trying to imagine that what my country goes through, what we all go through, trying to answer this question, is what people you lead in your states are going through. And that's what is going on in your minds, the leaders of those states, the governors. And that's what's going on in the minds of other leaders, whether it is the president, ministers, or so on and so forth. There are these similarities. So how do we answer this question? We're talking about leadership because we're talking about leadership to deliver with people certain goods.